shit.
All right, guys, what's going on, man? We're back again. Wednesday, every 8:30. It's the Smart Degenerates. It's your guy, Jay Styles, a.k.a. Steve Bryant, with my main man. Y'all know who it is.
Six Figure Mace. Mr. Six Figure Mace.
Mister.
Hey, I worked hard to get that MR. Don't forget about it.
Hey, man, listen. Mace, I'm so happy to see you, man. I know we weren't here last week, guys. Technical difficulties, but guess what? The show must go on, and we're back tonight.
We are here. We are here. We know you missed us. You know, you got used to seeing us week after week, and then, But what do they say about, absence or fondness, the heart? You love something, let it go.
Cute. Something cute. Something
go.
cute. So, yeah, man, let's get into it. Let's dive into it. Last week, we weren't here. Shoot, man, just do a recap. How did you do last week?
First things first. Degenerates. Whether we 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, you still know where to find us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. You can find us wherever you need to get us. Always at Smart Degenerates. We are your favorite and your top LA sports betting investors.
Yes, we are.
And, we'd like to start off Season 3, Episode 17.
Let's get it. So let's dive in.
Now let's talk about last week.
Yeah, so last week was tricky, man. It was All-Star Weekend, so a lot of us who do take bets, they take more of their bets on the NBA. I, per se, really just kind of relaxed and made all my money on Sunday night. Mm-hmm. I took the All-Star game over. I knew Team LeBron was going to win, but I was still kind of a little skeptical, so I just took the over, and it was safe. I got a check. I was happy.
So believe this or not, bro, I didn't even watch anything on Sunday related to All-Star Game, 3-point contest, dunk contest. I don't know who was in it. I was over it because I had already lost my week on Thursday. So who cares what happened on the rest of the weekend?
Hey, but look, Steph Curry did his thing. Steph Curry won the 3-point contest. We knew he was going to do that. Mike G, the G stands for Guru, he called that. Steph Curry did do that. The dunk contest, it just ain't the same, bro. It was a whole bunch of rookies out there just trying to mimic the old guys. I know the guy Simons from Portland, he pulled out the McGrady jersey. It was cool, but it wasn't the same. So outside of that, it was Steph Curry and over. That was it.
But, what are they supposed to do to fix it or, I guess, make it better? Just not even the All-Star, just the dunk competition. We all remember, the MJ Jordan days, but he was young when he was dunking for the free throw line. It's not like he was a 10-year vet doing that.
Facts.
It's 85, 86.
85, 86. And that's the problem, too, with the dunk contest. They're doing the same dunks. What new dunks can you really do? Blake Griffin was jumping out of cars. They're doing 360 windmills off the glass. What else can you do, bro?
I mean, it's just we're oversaturated, I guess, right?
We are, bro.
I like jumping over the car. I like when Dwight Howard, I think he did a sticky thing up on the backboard a few years back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do something amazing, incredible. I think somebody did a windmill jumping over somebody. Those are still some cool dunks. But if you were to change it up, what would you switch it to?
I mean, honestly, bro, there's really nothing you could change it to. I think the 3-point contest, they changed it up pretty nice. They did the money ball, and they did a little 4-point shot this year. It was kind of cool.
Shot.
It was cool. For the dunk contest, I don't know what else you can do because there's only so many dunks you can do.
Should they lower the court?
That's interesting.
If
they lowered it, people can get real jiggy on that.
Yep.
That would change the whole complexity of the dunk contest. Who knows, man?
Yeah, or maybe they gotta just get more creative. Maybe they gotta play horse with dunks. Can you do the same dunk that I could do? But we'll see. So again, I didn't really tune in that much. Last week, I was trying to catch the last few games of basketball, and I thought I was doing something, but I felt like every game I took was just going left on me.
Yeah, basketball's tricky, bro. I feel like with basketball, it's not going to be the same until now. Now that All-Star break's over, I think now teams are going to start coming to who they are, other than the Brooklyn Nets. I think Brooklyn Nets are going to keep winning.
That's your prediction?
Yeah, bro. They're going to keep winning. Who's going to beat them? Who can beat Brooklyn? They just added Blake Griffin. Okay, and we haven't got there. Guys, Blake Griffin is a Brooklyn Net. Okay? This is a guy who averaged 24 and 14 at one point of his career. But like Stephen A. Smith said, Blake Griffin hasn't dunked a basketball in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
In 2 seasons. He hasn't dunked the ball in 2 years, bro. So, what Blake Griffin are the Nets really getting?
The one who's scoring 12 points a game, shooting 3-pointers in the corners and whatever he's doing. I mean, he's a great player, or not a great player. He was a good player.
He was a good player.
He's got some game. He can do some things with the ball. He's not like a LeBron, but he does kind of play that more cerebral. Like, he can pass the ball. He can, maybe almost like a Marc Gasol. I just don't know how much he has left. Not Marc Gasol this year, just in general. Like, top of the key, he'll do a pass here, pass there. But don't you start to think it's too many players at a certain point?
I mean, you know what?
They're talking about getting Drummond. Like, come on, bro.
No, they can't get Drummond, bro. That's too much. I mean, they did say KD recruited him. So KD knows what it takes to win a championship because obviously, he got recruited and he went to Golden State.
He knows how to hop on some coattails is what KD knows how to do.
And he's doing it again. Because Blake Griffin's a big pickup. To have him come off your bench, that's key.
Yeah. Assuming he can still give you something. But, yeah, he's not a bad pickup. I don't know if he moves the needle on their odds. I didn't get a chance to double-check it. Let me look at it right now.
Take a look at the odds, man. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, when it comes to the Eastern Conference, I don't see anyone beating Brooklyn Nets. Like, yeah, Joel Embiid, he's having an MVP season. Yeah, Doc Rivers changed the whole culture in Philadelphia. But Kyrie, KD, James Harden, that just doesn't sound normal.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
There's only one basketball, man. You
True.
can only do so much at any one time. So looking at the numbers, Brooklyn is a 5-2 favorite to win it all. Basically 2.5 to 1. So, to me, that's cool. But if I'm taking future bets, I usually want to take something where the odds are more in my favor. Give me the plus 1,000, plus 500 long shots. I don't want to put up more money than I'm going to win on a future bet because I might as well just wait till the actual series starts and then take the more even money plays if I can, right?
No, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know, man.
You think anybody could beat Brooklyn?
No.
You think? I mean, so let's just talk about the eastern side. Nobody has a chance.
Okay. Giannis's window is gone to me. Yeah, he won All-Star MVP. Shout out to the Kobe Bryant Award, second player in NBA history to win it. I just don't see the Bucks coming out the East unless they make a move at the trade deadline. For Philly, I love what Joel's doing. Who's guarding Kevin Durant? Who's guarding Kyrie? Who's guarding James? And I know we can say the same for them. That's why they brought in Blake Griffin. I don't think Blake can guard Joel Embiid. But, I mean, hey, it's another body. And at some point, you just got to throw bodies to tire them down. Yeah,
that's what That's what Dwight Howard's supposed to do, right? That's what they got a couple other no-name big men who if you play NBA 2K, then you'll know who they are. But reality is they're going to play hard because that's what Doc Rivers coaches everybody up to do.
Yeah.
They're kind of set to beat a team like Brooklyn because we're going to play a defense, make it ugly. Kyrie, do you really want to bang with us? Are you going to really want to deal with Embiid? You got a bad hamstring, you got a bad Achilles. Are you sure you really want to deal? I won't even get into the flagrant thing that Paul Pierce said this week, but
no one cares about old man.
I'm just saying, we won't go there. Look up what Paul Pierce said about Joel Embiid this week if you want to chuckle. But look, man, and shout out to Inglewood legend.
Yeah,
we all got love for Paul Pierce.
Yeah,
but Joel Embiid is going to be a problem. I also think that if Miami could kind of get on the good groove, they could upset a team like Brooklyn as well.
Miami could upset Brooklyn?
Let me tell you why.
No way.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Myers Leonard. Go ahead and tell me why.
It doesn't matter, man. I wish cancel culture wasn't how it is, but hey, you can't say what you say about those people without catching some flack. So,
yeah,
I
mean, I don't know, bro.
I like a team with chemistry that's been together, knows how to play. They just went to the finals. They can line up with anybody who you just threw together.
No.
Because, again, I don't care how friendly you are, how good it sounds on paper. When it's time to really play, let's see.
Listen, man.
The first half of the season is always cakewalk.
I agree.
What happens to James Harden every playoffs?
Here's the thing, man. Everything you always say is accurate. This is not accurate. It's not. Because here's the thing. The Miami Heat have Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala is 38.
Yeah.
Okay? Jimmy Butler, whatever, man. Yeah, he can guard players. Yeah, he can get buckets. He's a two-way player. Okay. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. I mean, they get stink. Goran Dragic can't guard nobody.
3 months ago, you were telling me how great all those players were and how they were going to do this and do that. And
3 months ago, the Nets didn't have James Harden. They didn't have Blake Griffin. They didn't have any of these guys.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant was still out with COVID.
So you said that they added another stiff player who can't play defense.
The Nets done covered every first half in the last month.
Yeah. They got the D'Antoni juice going right now. But we've seen this play in Houston how many times? How many super teams do we have to see
in Houston?
Flame out? Houston, that wasn't a super team?
Who?
James Harden and 85 other players he always had with him who were all-stars in their own right, and he kept running out of town?
Listen, that I understand. None of those players was Kevin Durant.
See, the problem is everybody thinks this is just Golden State all over again. But the difference is that team could lock up, and that team had great shooting. I just think Brooklyn has to be careful. I just think they have to be careful. I wanted to get into some of the teams who killed it in the first half, just kind of take a look at where we are. Maybe you tell me if you think these kind of trends can continue. So, obviously, we know Utah's leading the pack right now. They got a 25-11 at the spread record. It's pretty good. A 69% cover percentage. Following them are Phoenix at 24-11. That's about 68.5%. And then we got Chicago, one of the worst teams in the league, but a team that can stay in every game, 20-14 for 58%. On the downside, we got those Houston Rockets, 11-23 right now, bro.
I mean, bro, DeMarcus Cousins, he's just not that guy no more.
Granted, he's not even on the team. They cut him.
Oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. I'm wearing University of Kentucky because I was still rooting for DeMarcus. But John Wall went to Kentucky too.
Hey, DeMarcus was averaging just as many points and rebounds as Blake Griffin. So I think he was doing like 20-10 for them, or 12-10 when they cut him. So he's still a walking double-double. He still help. I still want the Lakers to pick him up, even if he just sits on the bench. Anything to not play Marc Gasol, right?
Marc Gasol's out of here. I knew he wasn't. I knew Marc Gasol wasn't it though, bro. I knew Marc Gasol wasn't it. I said it on the last 5 episodes of our show that Marc Gasol wasn't it, and that's why I don't even know Andre Drummond's going to be the answer. I almost think we should go back to the old wishing well and bring back Howard and McGee.
I like McGee. We could probably get McGee back in the house because he's about to get released. Howard is still playing a role for the 76ers, so he's not nothing we could mess with. Now, I do want to talk about some of these other odds, though. Brooklyn, obviously, best odds, plus 275. Lakers, plus 280. Clippers, who everybody forgot about, plus 500. Bucks, plus 750. Jazz, plus 800. I don't see anything happening there. Because those two teams could lose to any other two teams. You know what the Bucks are? They're the Atlanta Hawks of a few years ago. When Atlanta had that nice team, you know who was their coach? Same coach, Coach Bud.
Yeah.
He had a great team when he had Horford.
Dan Quinn.
He's like another Dan Quinn. Yeah, like these guys. Or like the coach off of Boston. You guys all got these great systems. You can win 50 games. Yeah.
You don't like Boston's coach?
He's okay. Brad Stevens.
Why can't I think of his name?
Those guys all have ceilings.
The thing about the Boston Celtics, to me, I don't understand that you have all these good players, but you're undersized. Like, why would you bring in Tristan Thompson? You really thought Kemba Walker was the answer? You traded Kemba Walker for Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie didn't want to be there. That was their fault.
Kemba hasn't worked since.
But they should have never gone after Kyrie in the first place. They still paying off their karma for how they did IT. That's the problem.
They really are.
And
shout out to IT, man. Bring him back. Bring IT back to the league, man.
Man, he's like playing on the Olympic squad right now. Like, bro, can we get him back? Man. Somebody has to want him.
He looks desperate on Instagram, bro. The posts he be posting, but hey, man, get your bag. You gotta get how you live, right?
Bro, imagine how almost having $100 million and then you don't. That's like the dudes who got the Bitcoin briefcase from 10 years ago and lost the password. Like, bro, you could almost nope, it's over for you. So really quick, other odds who we know aren't going to win: Miami plus 3,000, Boston plus 3,300.
Nope.
I like Phoenix as a dark horse because if health breaks their right way, they got enough young people there
to win the championship.
The Lakers fall off if the seeding goes the wrong way. I don't trust the Clippers.
Let me ask you this question.
I don't know if they're getting out the second round.
I got an interesting question. No, I like where you're going with this.
Okay.
Okay, so if the Lakers fall off and the Clippers fall off, who is the third seed in the West to win the championship? I don't think it's Utah.
I don't think it's Utah either. If I had to put any money on it, I might go with Portland if they got healthy enough. See, Dame just has to have the right kind of break.
Man, they give up too many points.
They do.
I like Dame too.
I don't like Denver. I don't like Utah.
Denver either.
So maybe Dallas is the dark horse?
No, because I don't know what's going on with Porzingis.
He played today.
He did play today.
We won today. They made some money today. I don't hear nothing else.
Guys, listen, real quick, we tell you guys, Follow our page on Instagram, okay? Because we get picks every day. We call Dallas. 6-Figure Mace was 5 for 5 today, guys. You know what that means? That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his bets, 5 of his picks were all checks.
Hey.
Tune in to our Instagram. Smart Degenerates at Instagram. Tell them, man. Like, we were 5 for 5 today.
I at least advise you to get into the chat. I mean, there's a couple of guys who are out here killing it over the last week. Shout out to Reverend Raish.
Rev.
Homie P4, Cloud TV. You know, those dudes is killing it right now and all basketball related. I mean, Raish is taking like the Shanghai Chinese Basketball League. Well, when you're locked in, you know where to find the value. You go where the value is and you take that and only that.
Exactly.
We got to talk about that later on, man. Knowing how to stay on just what you want to be on.
Exactly. Shout
out to the missing degenerate who took the first half Mavs.
I mean, man, you know, sometimes the G is for Guru, but sometimes the G is for,
Grubhub.
There it is.
And when you're greedy, shit happens like that. You feel me? So, you know, he was out getting his DoorDash on. It's all good. We'll get him back next week. But the key is to stick and move with what you like. So we like the futures. Those are just for fun, though. You take a few future bets and you hope for the best when you get to the end of the season.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
The odds are only going to go worse from this point on.
The odds I took was Brooklyn Nets. I put money on Brooklyn to win the championship just because if the Lakers don't win it, I feel like it's going to be Brooklyn.
Whose health do you think is more important for the second half of the season? Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah. You don't think the Lakers could make it to the playoffs without him?
We can make it to the playoffs without Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Can we win a championship without Anthony Davis? Absolutely not.
Nah, no way.
Brooklyn can make it deep without KD. Their team is deep. Their team is deep without KD.
I remember all the players that are on Brooklyn were on other teams and unplayable when the playoffs came around.
But they're all together now.
Like, what's his name?
They're the Power Rangers, bro.
Jeff Green? Yeah, that's who you're counting on in clutch time in the playoffs?
No, Joe Harris.
You know who he let down already? He's already let other players on his team down
He won a championship in Cleveland.
Who?
Jeff Green.
He was on with LeBron.
Yeah.
Where are all these guys without LeBron? Who was Kyrie without LeBron? You know who he is? He's Monte Ellis without LeBron. That's who he is.
No, he went to Duke. That's who Kyrie Irving is. I hate Duke.
He played 6 games for that team. That doesn't even count. He's a flat earther who's spraying smoke around the court, okay? We got to just take it easy on Kyrie, but the dude is nice. He does have great handles. Who else do we like? Oh, do you like the Pelicans? Dark Horse?
No.
No chance, right?
No chance, bro.
They're a couple years away.
No chance at all. Yeah, they're still young. I mean, they got to figure out what they're going to do with Lonzo Ball. They got a lot of moving parts there. A lot of moving parts. They're not there yet.
Speaking of ball, do you want to take back your terrible take about how LaMelo wasn't going to win Rookie of the Year?
I did not say that.
You're talking about this Anthony Edwards guy.
I was giving an argument about Anthony Edwards, okay? I gave an argument. The argument was this. LaMelo hype there. I'm all about the Ball family. Triple B, big baller brand. I'm all about that. All I was trying to say was Anthony Edwards is a good player. He's just on a team with better players. He's playing with Cat. He's playing with D'Lo. LaMelo Ball's playing with Gordon Hayward.
Former All-Star.
Michael Bridges. Terry Rozier. You know, like, who's
Hayward
playing with?
And Rozier have been part of deep playoff runs. They've been impact players. They're both making $20 and $30 million a year. Tell me what has Cat done? You know, Jimmy Butler had to get out of there. He said, oh, no, y'all aren't serious. And then he took the next team to deep playoff run, took the next team to the finals. Players know, man. Game recognized game.
Well, first of all, Minnesota's not ever winning anything. Okay, the first they ever went was in, 2004 when KG won the MVP and they went to the Western Conference Finals.
They were number 1 seed that year, right?
Yeah, that's the first they ever went.
And they ran into that Laker buzzsaw.
They went to the Laker bus, and that's what 2004. Who won that? Oh, Detroit beat us.
They did.
Yeah, we had Gary Payton on them.
And Carmelo. I like that team, man. They just had injuries.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Anthony Edwards is a good player, but LaMelo Ball, I mean, he's playing good. He's playing good basketball, but he's playing on a team where he is that guy. But then you got Draymond Green coming out talking about LaMelo Ball is a stud, and he's averaging 14 and 6, but he plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
But they're in the playoffs.
He's in the East.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying you can't
He's
argue.
in the East,
but you can't argue
bro.
You can't argue with his results. You already said who's he playing with. He's in the East. It's not like he's going for 30 every game.
Is he an All-Star next year?
He could be an All-Star in the East. Hell yeah. The kid has like 2 million followers. He's hella popular.
Because of the Ball brand, because of his dad. He's only popping because of the Ball brand, bro.
I don't care why he's popping as long as he's popping.
You're right. But here's the thing. How do you think Lonzo feels about this?
I think he's happy for his brother.
You think he's happy? Do you really think Lonzo's happy?
Yeah, because
he's on the chopping block. They didn't even give him a new contract.
He's not on the chopping block, bro. That's all.
They didn't give him a new contract.
That don't matter. Do you think he wants to re-up with the Pelicans? First of all.
No.
Lonzo is a good player. He's just going to be a late bloomer.
He is a good player, dude. He's 6'6". He can defend.
His jumper's coming along.
It's coming along.
You know, he had a terrible situation because they had to, over promote themselves to get out of LA. Mm-hmm. But I still think Lonzo's going to be back on the Lakers before it's all said and done. But that's my own personal thought. LaMelo, Lonzo, let's get LiAngelo. Let's get them all over here.
He can't even stay in the G League,
Hey, that's all politics, man. What else we got? What else we got on the line? I want to talk college, but not quite yet. I want to stay on the NBA a little bit further.
I mean, outside of that, man, to me, it just comes down to health. It comes down to health. It comes down to Anthony Davis. And it comes down to this trade deadline, what the Lakers do. I don't know if Andre Drummond is even enough because the second unit doesn't look good to me. I feel like we need another shooter as well. I seen today they were talking about bringing back Wayne Ellington. I don't
That's
know.
Nasty.
It's looking ugly for us.
We don't really have any shooters on the team, though.
We have no shooters.
We have some streaky guys, but nobody who you would say he's a shooter.
We don't have.
Kuzma's not a shooter.
No.
KCP is not a shooter.
He's streakier than J.R. Smith.
Yeah. J.R. Smith, you could still say was a shooter. I can't say that he's a shooter. We had Quinn Cook and never let him play.
Quinn Cook just signed a 10-day contract today with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, and again, his defense was a little bit of the problem, I think, so that's probably why he couldn't get on the floor. Who else we got? Schroeder's not a shooter. LeBron's not a shooter. The whole team is just not shooters. They're like a throwback slasher team who can get hot. But I still like him because of the LA Lakers, so, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I like him too because of the Lakers, but, I don't know. So, yeah, that's the NBA. Let's get into some NFL, man. Ooh. I know you got your Niner beanie on, proud and happy, always, knowing that your team is trash and you don't know who your quarterback is. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, I seen ads in the news that he might go back to New England. I seen that he's on vacation in Cuba.
Will that make you happy?
That's your quarterback.
You're a Patriot fan.
I am.
Do you want him back?
Honestly, I want anybody back compared to Cam Newton. Okay? I don't think Cam's our guy. Cam got to go. Cam can't throw. He can't throw.
That's true.
He can't. He proved it. And there's reports that we're about to trade N'Keal Harry. Trade him. He didn't do nothing for us.
No, he was a bad pickup. What is he good at? Was he supposed to be like a kick returner?
He's supposed to be that big body receiver, 6'3", 6'4", muscular, fast, can jump high, catch radius. Didn't catch nothing.
He don't do none of that.
He ain't did nothing.
Do none of that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. But outside of our teams, let's not be biased about New England and San Francisco. There's a lot of players in the free agent market. But before we go into the free agent market, Mace, Dak Prescott, what do you think about that?
I think that's a win-win for all parties. So, because I already know you're going to get caught up on the $40 million deal or $40 million a year.
Oh, he's making 75 year one.
But
keep going.
But I like what they did in terms of the structure of the contract. So I was listening to Skip and Shannon talk about it. Yeah, he got paid. He's going to get paid $75 million on paper, yes. But the way they designed it, they're stretching out the whole signing bonus as a cap hit over the course of the 6-year contract. So what that means, he's only going to count against the cap for $22 million this year. So that then puts him right in line with a very that's a value play still. Jimmy G's going to make more than that.
That's ridiculous, bro.
And it's crazy how they can do that in football. So it's it's a 4-year contract. It's really a 6-year contract. They can void the 2 years, but you give them the extra year so you can spread out the signing bonus. So yeah, we're going to give you a $97 or $75 million signing bonus, but it only counts $22 million against the cap. They had a whole list. I don't have to go through the list of all the other players who were going to make more than that, but it's a smart move. It's a good move for both parties because if he's not quite healed this year, he still gets to be the bankable star, getting the $40 million. But on paper, we can still make moves. We can still get 3 more players if we need to.
Okay, all right. Hold on, guys. We got a caller calling in right now. You are now calling into the Smart Degenerates. Who we got on the line right now? Yo. Are you guys there? All right. So, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, man. Yo, what's going on? You calling the Smart Degenerates live?
Mike G, baby.
Mike G and the G is for Guru. What's up, boy?
Don't you ever forget it.
Don't
What's
you ever
poppin',
forget
man?
it, man.
What's good with it?
Hey, man, my bad for not being there,
Man, we we're trying to hold it down, man, but we need our host. We need our guy.
Hey, you guys are doing good, though, man. I like the energy. Keep it up. I was wanted to call in to talk about the NBA.
Well, hold on. Before you go back to the NBA, right now we're talking about Dak Prescott. Do you think Jerry Jones overpaid this guy? Because I think so. What do you think about that deal?
I think it's a slippery slope.
And did you hear the wrinkle about his cap hit only being $22 million?
Right. So they worked it out good, but I honestly think they did overpay Dak. But their team needs him. Like, he was leading the league in passing.
I agree.
Yards. He was leading the league in touchdowns. So their offense is crazy with Dak. But I just think he's not better than Pat Mahomes. He's not better than Russell.
Nope.
He's not better than A-Rod.
Nope.
So it's a lot of people I think is better than Dak, but he deserves it. He's their MVP. So you got to pay your quarterback.
Do you think all those guys you named could be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? That comes with more than just being a good quarterback. There's a certain way you have to interact with the media. You have to be a certain type of leader. You're front and center every game. And I think he wears it. He wears it well. He's a great ambassador for the league, I think.
No, really, that just means you get paid more. Because the spotlight is on you more. So really, you got to put a couple extra million on just because he is the quarterback for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
If he was on, the Niners or the Titans or Houston, he wouldn't have got that by a long shot.
I would have been okay with us paying him $30 a year. We're about to give Jimmy 25.
But he got 40.
He did.
He got 40 a year.
But if it's 40 a year and the cap hit this year is only 22, we can work it out. I like it.
Right.
Do you think?
But yeah, that.
Well, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the real quarterback question is Deshaun Watson and where he's going to go. And is Houston really going to trade him?
It's not even about if they're going to trade him. They're probably going to have to because there's reports saying that he's not even going to suit up. He's not even going to show up. So I think Deshaun goes somewhere else. I don't know where he goes. I honestly think what's going to happen is I think Russell Wilson's going to go somewhere first, which is crazy to me because I never thought I would say Russell Wilson would not be a Seattle Seahawk. But Adam Schefter did say, Mike, that if Russell Wilson goes to the Bears, he will be the greatest quarterback that the Bears have ever had. And he hasn't even suited up yet. It's crazy.
That's not saying much though. I can't outside of fucking Mitchell Trubisky and fucking
Mike Glennon and
Jay
Cutler.
Jay Cutler, yeah.
I don't even know who the quarterback was after Jay Cutler. I can't even go back that far. I can't think right now.
Yeah, but
they've had a bunch of trash around that. Drunken
Seattle,
Miller, I think.
Listen, Seattle, Coach Pete, they'll be fucking fools for trading Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
He's the best quarterback they ever had. If they trade someone, unless they trade him to Houston, they can't get anyone better. So they might as well stick it out. They need to get him better protection, draft some O-linemen so he can stop running around and make some passes, and he'll be happy. He's just mad that he's getting banged up. He's getting hit more than any other quarterback.
Let me ask you this quick. Let me ask you this question, Mike. Do you think the Tom Brady effect is on these quarterbacks? Like, you see this guy, 43 years old, won his 7th Super Bowl, went to a new team. In the very first year, he wins another ring. Do you think these quarterbacks are I need to get out of here? Like, maybe this just ain't it?
Yeah, for sure. It has something good about that. It's kind of like the Michael Jordan effect when Mike had niggas, scrambling, trying to team up, trying to create these super teams just because they couldn't get past them. But, football is different, though. It takes 22 players, it's 11 offense, 11 defense. So, really, it's on a team to create a defense good enough to slow down Tom and his offense. You're not going to really outshoot him. So, yeah, it's going to take a good defense. You saw what happened with the Giants both times. It was a good defense. Philly did outshoot him, but they had just enough defense to slow him down for a couple possessions. And they D-line got after him. we all know the rule on Tom Brady: get after him, and he gets happy feet. So you got to get a good D line, man. I mean, Pat Mahomes, who knows what would have happened if his old linemen were there. So I don't think. I mean, I think football is a game to where one player can't really. Tom is great, but he has a great team around him.
Of course.
He picked a great.
I mean, he went there because they had a full, complete team already.
Exactly. He knew what he was doing. He's just smart as hell. Is what I'm saying.
So, do you think Dak re-signing to the Cowboys has any impact on the playoff chances or the Super Bowl winner for next year?
No, because NFL season is 16 weeks, man. It's going to be injuries. People go down every week, so we don't know who's going to go down next season that's going to impact their team. Dak, I hope he doesn't, but he could very well get hurt again, So we got to see how he's going to come back off his injury and see how he looks, if he can still have the offense flowing like it was. Because, I mean, on paper, man, that offense is stacked, man. Amari Cooper, Zeke Elliott, now you got Dak, CeeDee Lamb. Like, I don't see how they're not in the playoffs. Granted, you can give them a pass because
their defense is suspect.
And their defense is suspect again. So, yeah, he was leading the league in all these.
They can't guard anybody.
Yeah, he was leading the league in all these categories, but their record, they still stunk. So,
yeah, I think every game we watched, they were down 10-0 or 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. So,
yeah,
I think they covered, by the end of the season, 2 first-half bets. I mean, it's, again, I think with Dallas, it's always about the shenanigans. It's just, can we control the narrative? Are they going to talk about us every day? I don't know if they really care about the winning part of it.
Yeah.
No, they absolutely don't. Well, let me ask you this, Mace. Who's going to be your quarterback next year?
That's hard to say, man. I don't know yet. I think opening day, we may still have Jimmy G out there.
What? No way. It's too much trade talk.
There's a lot of trade talk, and where there's smoke, there's fire. But I don't know that we don't have a clear path to a better player. The only one who would make us better, I think, is Deshaun Watson. So everything else, it's kind of like you go Jimmy again, and you let one of the rookies that you draft give it a shot after 5 or 6 games. We're gonna always be strong based on running and defense. So it should never come down to 35 passes by the quarterback.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we don't need to pay anybody $30 million. We could just go with a rookie who can throw 20 to 25, and then go from there. But and they're kicking the tires, man. Josh Rosen got signed at the end of last year. He may still have a little something left. There's a lot of rumors that we may trade for Sam Darnold, just because, again, he's probably going to give you the same as what you're getting out of Jimmy, and he's not hurt. He's still a little more athletic. Even Jimmy G was cool before he got banged up, and now he just doesn't play the same. So we'll see. He was going to cost us a lot of free agents, so I think that's why they're trying to get him out of there. But if Trent Williams walks, the left tackle, if Jason Verrett walks, the cornerback, then might as well pay Jimmy and see if you can go 8-8 next year. Play the long ball game.
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, listen, man. Right now, Mike, honestly, you're asking irrelevant questions. You're asking questions that none of us have answers to. The questions that we need to ask you is Tennessee even going to be a contender next year? Like, you guys didn't bring back your tight end. Ryan Tannehill looks like the quarterback from the Dolphins. And Derrick Henry, that's all you guys got. Corey Davis is gone. You guys released Malcolm Butler today. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to be fine.
Of course.
We're going to run the ball and play good defense. Ryan Tannehill, he did just enough. He could be better. We need to get him another receiver or two. I mean, but I like AJ Brown. I like Corey Davis. I like Jonnu Smith.
You guys didn't sign Jonnu Smith. He's a free agent.
No, we didn't put the franchise tag on him.
Yeah.
We didn't put the franchise tag on him, but we are going to sign him. At least we better. At least we fucking better. But yeah, we always gonna be right there in the mix, man. We run our division. You know
Absolutely.
what it is.
So,
yeah.
Going back, I know you wanted to weigh in a little bit on basketball while we still had you. What did you call in to say about the NBA?
Oh, how you guys gonna just gloss over Phoenix and Utah like that?
Well, I already told you I don't believe in Phoenix's starting backcourt. One guy's injury prone. I mean, he's a great impact player, but I don't know. I don't know if Devin Booker is that guy yet. All the talent is there, but you've been in the league long enough, so like this is the time to make that step forward.
I think they're going to be scary in the playoffs. Really. I think they're going to be scary, especially if AD's not healthy. Lakers could be in trouble.
Lakers could definitely be in trouble. If AD's not healthy, Lakers will be in trouble. That's why the Lakers know they got to make moves right now. Because Marc Gasol's not it.
I like the young boy they picked up.
Damon Jones.
Yeah.
They just gave him another 10-day contract today. That's 20 days. But 20 days ain't enough. 20 days is not enough. And when it comes to the playoffs, guarding against Joker and all those boys, it's going to get serious. And he's not going to be ready for that. We need AD for that. So bringing in Drummond or maybe bringing back. I'm a big fan of bringing back the guys that made it work. Dwight or JaVale McGee. Bring one of those guys back. If we can't get Drummond, one of those guys got to come back.
Yeah, I mean, McGee's going to get cut here pretty soon. So, I mean, that would be the one you could try to go after.
Bring him back, bro. We need it. It's not working. Marc Gasol can't do nothing at the rim. He can't do nothing offensively, and he's slow on defense. His rotations are trash.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you go from, like, super athletic, run around, dunk on everything, 7-footers to Marc Gasol. He looks like he's dragging himself around out there. But, you know, we'll see.
But, yeah, Mike, we appreciate the call, man. You know, Mike
G,
the G's for Guru. You know what I'm saying? We know you'll be back live, next Wednesday for the show.
So let me ask you real quick before we let you go. You think Utah is going to carry the number one into the playoffs?
Yeah.
So you don't think they're cooling off? Other team's going to cut it on? They're just going to run with it?
Yeah, they're a very complete team. Their offense is top 5. Their defense is top 5. They got 3-point shooters. They got a star. They got a rim protector. I think, they're a very well-rounded team.
All right. I like it.
All right, for sure. But, I'm going to let y'all go, man. Keep doing your shit.
Hey, man, we appreciate the call, bro. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Hey, if you want to talk to the Degenerates, call in 323-815-4204.
Yeah, guys, call in, man. You know, I like hearing what people think about sports because most of you guys don't know anything, so call in so we can see if you know anything. Outside of that, man, I mean, yeah, back to the NFL a little bit. J.J. Watt's a Cardinal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of free agent players. Kenny Galladay's a free agent. The Packers didn't re-sign Aaron Jones, which is mind-boggling to me. Maybe they're gonna give him a better deal or something.
But no, not usually. If they don't, they move on.
It's crazy to me, dude.
Green Bay runs their program really strange. All their best players, they just let them go. So I don't know. The backup running back is good too, though. I don't know. Is he still on the squad?
He's still on the squad. I can't think of his name. I had him in fantasy. Williams, yeah. Well, the Williams boy. Yeah, he's still there. I mean, yeah, man, this free agent frenzy is going to be crazy in the NFL.
I don't think J.J. Watt matters at all.
Really? I mean, they got Chandler Jones. They got, Buda Baker over there. Mm-hmm. Patrick Patterson in the back. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then obviously the offensive side of the ball is going to be good. But what did I say? J.J. Watt has 3 places he can go. What did I say? The driveway, the house, or the couch. He can't play a whole season. Now, if he can play a whole season with all those guys, hey.
They might have something.
I don't know. What about Julio Jones to Vegas, bro? What do you think about that? To the Las Vegas Raiders. Julio Jones to the Vegas Raiders?
Not Julio, Juju.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's still ugly to me.
It's okay. I don't think he's a real number 1, so I don't know how much he helps them. He's a good number 2, but if he was that good and impactful, the Steelers wouldn't have bowed out so sadly at the end of the season.
I mean, do you really think Big Ben's still the guy?
No.
I don't think so either.
But to be fair, I saw them drop 50 passes every game for the last 5 games of the season, bouncing off everybody's hands. Juju's dancing in the middle of the field and then getting his clock cleaned out every time down the field. I mean, I don't know, man. There's a changing of the guard happening right now. So we're in a good spot. And no, I only care about the gambling side of it. So if the Steelers want to win their first 10 games, then great. But we got to just watch the numbers, see where it goes back and forth.
Got it. All right. So yeah, man.
We got about 15 minutes left. You want to talk a little bit about this college basketball?
Let's go for it, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, college basketball to me really breaks my heart this year. And this is the reason why I came in uniform on this very Wednesday at 8:30 because the University of Kentucky, they break my heart. They break my heart. They have 30 players that are active in the NBA right now, leading the league. But this year, I don't think none of the players are going in the top 5. They're not. They're not going in the top 10. We just don't have it this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on with the University of Kentucky, but I don't think it's Coach Cal's fault. You can point the finger at the coach all you want. These guys just weren't ready to play. I blame it on COVID. I blame it on the coronavirus. Okay? So I don't know. Gonzaga, Baylor, all these schools that got seniors and juniors, they're probably going to win it this year. What do you think?
I like Gonzaga. Haven't lost yet this year. I think they're 24-0, 25-0, something crazy. They're a pretty strong team. They have a good mix, good coaching. Like you said, those other big name schools that would have brought out all the crowds, they're not here.
They're not there.
So that's when we go back to the whole talent versus chemistry. If I've been playing with this team for 3 years and we're grown men, 20 and 21-year-olds, nah, your little 18-year-old freshmen are just going to show up and throw them together and beat us out here.
I agree, bro.
It's the execution side of it. I mean, there's been some good games, man. There's been some good games. We're in the conference
conference championship this week.
Yep. So we'll see where it shakes out. The one I would want to talk to if he's out there, if he can call in, is Racer. He'd probably have the most game to give us about all these teams. But I think the key is to stay away from big name schools just because you know their name.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get sucked into North Carolinas and Dukes of the world. You got to take Gonzaga. You got to take Baylor. You got to take Michigan. I like Michigan probably to be right there. Maybe not win it all, but like a Final Four.
I mean, I like Michigan, 19-3 plus 425. I like Michigan, but then I see some of these schools I just don't get. Alabama, West Virginia, Houston, Iowa. What's the kid's name on Iowa?
I don't know.
The big tall kid. I forget his name, man, but I don't know, man.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't like college basketball, so I don't like watching it. I don't like trying to bet it because I feel like I can't be relying on this 18-year-old. What's he going to do or not do? You ever watch them just play? There's so many players who are clearly not good enough to get to the next level. But what I realized, I lose all my money.
Luka Garza. I can think. I was going to say Luka Doncic. Luka Garza. That kid is crazy.
White boy?
White boy.
Yeah. I think I've seen him. I think he's cool.
He's nice, man.
But again, is Iowa going to win it?
I mean, they got him up there, bro.
We're gonna see, man. I don't feel that.
They're 20-7.
Yeah,
they're better than Kentucky. Better than Duke.
Kentucky had
better than Kansas.
Yeah.
Better than all these, North Carolina. Look at all the big schools. Where's UCLA at?
Yeah, but that's just a sign of the times, man. The world is changing. All those powerhouses, they don't have the same draw that they used to because the best players don't go to their schools anymore. The best players go wherever they can get the most shine, the most play time, and then they bounce.
Yeah.
Bro, LaMelo is gonna win Rookie of the Year. He didn't go to. He's 19, bro. He didn't go to college. He went the European route.
He went to Lithuania.
He went to Lithuania. He kind of basically did it how Luka Doncic did it. Go just play with grown-ups early. It'll be rough for a while, but once you kind of grow your body, now you're ready to compete with everybody.
Exactly.
Instead of playing around with all these guys who are going to be tennis accountants and whatever else they're going to be doing in the future. I just think the model is kind of broken. Brands are changing. Who's the big school? It doesn't matter anymore. We all have instant access to everybody. Any sports event you want, you can go on Google and find it. So who cares now about the exclusivity? I don't care about Showtime Boxing versus ESPN. Just give me a good fight because I'm going to stream it anyway.
Facts.
Everything now is just get to the result. Let's get to the end. Nobody wants to really go through that process. So, again, nowadays, the way the world works, you don't even need your degree. Who cares about your 4-year degree at this point, right?
That's very true, man.
If you're going to become a doctor, okay, become a doctor. But otherwise, this college kid doesn't care about the 2 years he's spending here, whatever he's going to learn for these 10 classes that he has to take. So I just think they got to change their model a little bit. I did see they're going to start paying the players or letting them earn money on their likeness. That's good. But if I've got 2 million followers on YouTube, I could do 100 other things. I don't even need to worry about y'all. I could just do skills training, AAU, and my followers will give me a big enough buzz to make it. They all go to camps all every day now, every week, every summer. It's just a different ball game.
I agree. I agree, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, college basketball to me is just real funky this year because of COVID, and like I said, my team's not there. So for those reasons, I don't care.
Do you like doing ballots? Or what?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. My bracket,
Yeah,
yes,
brackets,
I will
there
have
you
a
go.
bracket. Listen, guys, we will go over the bracket next week. Once they start announcing the teams, maybe we can do something live where we can, bring in our social media following and do like a big bracket. But yeah, I love the brackets.
I never really fill one out, or if I do, I don't pay attention to it. I'm not really I'm just not into it. I like lose interest. There's too many teams.
It is a lot of teams.
There's like 300 teams out there.
64 teams.
Well, yeah, in the actual tournament. I'm just talking about
Yeah.
like before you even get drilled down. Like you want to follow 300 different colleges throughout the year and know who's good, who's not?
From a gambling perspective, you can make a lot of money though.
You can.
You really can. On the first couple of days, you can make some good money if you take the right teams, but there will be upsets. So, but I like it. I think it's fun, man. It's a lot of basketball, and the kids are playing with a lot of energy. So, I mean, I don't know. I love March Madness. Outside of that, man, but yeah, man, we pretty much went over everything tonight, man. We got NFL, college basketball, NBA. We can go over some gambling 101. Gambling 101.
We do a little gambling 101.
Gambling 101. So I'll start off gambling 101, which I never do.
Go for it.
Normally, gambling 101 is by our very own Mike G, and the G is for Guru. Gambling 101 is this. Do your homework. Don't just take bets because they look pretty. Don't just take bets because they look sexy. Don't just take bets because you think you got money in your pocket. Because here's the thing. If you take a bet that you know nothing about, you will lose. And you will get cracked. And guess what? You will wake up the next day and you will be sad. Six figure? Mm-hmm. You got to take smart bets. Don't just take bets because, that's my team and, everyone else is taking it. No, do your homework. Do your due diligence. What do you think about that?
I agree with you 100%. I think what I try to remember, and when I get out of pocket, it's because I'm not staying focused. But you can't just gamble just to be gambling.
You can't.
And you're not gonna spot your pick every day. You're only gonna see a couple good games that are really worth even looking at. And really, this should be entertainment, man. None of us are ready at this point to make a life gambling. That's like a way to lose your house and your family.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
you need to do is make your money, and here and there when you've got good information, you lay a few dollars down and you try to carry it over to the next week. Yep. I'm in this to make money. I'm not in it to just enjoy losing money or the thrill of the loss. Too many of us chasing the losses. So
exactly. I agree.
And it's like, you have to have certain principles that you don't get outside of. Why are you gambling? How much money are you trying to make today? Did you already make that? So get off the board. Go do something else. Go take a walk. Don't worry about who's going to cover first half or second half. I think when we take steps back from it, we do a lot better. When you're in it all day, every day, it's like anything else. You're paying too much attention. Now you're missing some of the easier trends. Why are you betting every day if the teams that you like are only paying every 3 days? Just stick with your 3 or 4 teams. We talked all season about that Giants road bet. Yep. For 3 or 4 years, that has been money. I don't need to take 10 games every Sunday. If I just take and focus on those trends, then that's perfect.
Absolutely.
So that's for me, man. I've kind of I'm over it. I'm so tired of losing money gambling.
Look, man, it just comes, like I said, you got to do homework. You don't need to gamble every day, okay? Here's the thing. Just because there's a game on doesn't mean you need to take the bet, okay? We're not saying don't gamble because we are a sports show and we want to make money, but you don't have to bet every single day.
No.
You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Take the games that make the most sense. Take the games that you actually did homework on and, and have a bankroll. Don't just throw money up. You know what I'm saying? And then and then get cracked and, And
then you're sad.
Sad.
There was a game I took today, mainly because the line didn't make sense, and I knew it was too good to be true. And those are the things you look for. That's how you use your third eye or whatever, right? You connect to the universe. It was Idaho versus Montana. Idaho is 1-20 on the season. They got one win. Montana, they were better, 13-12, so they were a middle of the road 500 team. But the spread was 13.5, and I just said, that's a lot of points. Is Montana good enough to beat a team by 14, 15 points? go looking through their last 10 games? The answer was no. Survey says no. I looked at Idaho. Are you the type of team that gets blown out? Oh, yep, you did lose by 18 here and 20 there and 20 there, but not to a team like Montana.
Yeah.
So then the other homie looked it up again, and the research said out of the last 20 games, they only covered 6.
Yeah.
So, no, fuck it. I'm taking the points. Give me 13.5, and let me see if you can blow them out. And they didn't. So you do some quick analysis. I don't know anything about either one of those teams. I don't know who's on those players. I don't know anything about Idaho or Montana.
Right.
But I know what they've been doing as a trend.
And that's what matters. You knew something. Something. You didn't go in there blind.
Vegas knew that you were going to see that 1-win team and bet that spread. Oh, yeah, they're going to get blown out. Let's take the favorite.
Yeah.
So those are the opportunities where, like, okay. When I think I told the homies, I was like, okay, 8 or 9, okay. 13, 14, nah, that's not how this college season is going. That's not how the NBA season is going. Upset Central and watch who's injured players or who's in and who's out.
Yeah.
Because that'll make or break you.
It will.
And sometimes you have to wait to the end because you can take a bet like I took before the break on the Warriors. They didn't announce Steph was out until the game cut on. So it's not like you saw the line move. It's not like they announced it 5 minutes before. At tip-off, he just said, you know what, I don't feel good. I'm not going to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit. So you got to just keep an eye on what you can, and then you just move on.
I agree.
The only other thing I would say, bro, we have to watch out for is how heavy, like you said, bankroll.
Bankroll's important.
So how would you define your bankroll?
Bankroll is knowing what you can afford to lose every week.
Sure.
And being realistic. If you're betting on a book that gives you a credit limit, lower your limit. Don't have a high limit just because, oh, you know what? It's a lot of money and I could win that type of money. Because guess what? You'll lose all that money like that. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Just be realistic. Be disciplined. Know when to bet. Know when to pull out. Okay? Know when to stop. I can't stress it enough because, listen, it's happened to me. It's happened to you. It's happened to everyone. Okay? If you take too many bets and you don't know when to stop, you will get cracked and you will be sad on Sunday.
And you usually lose that in bunches. So it's like when you're picking bad, you're going to go all the way bad. You're going to overbet. You're going to bet too much on any one game because you need to come back up. Like there's certain strategies you can put in place. Like I just lost 3 in a row. Let me take this 4th game for 3 or 4 times the unit so that I can try to even out. And I can kind of understand that, but you have to have a good reason why. If I like the Lakers as a team, I'm going to scope out who they're playing for the next 2 weeks and identify the games where I think they're going to have the best advantage. Yeah. And then I'm going to look at the number that Vegas creates and see if it makes sense for what I think the number should be. And if I don't like those games, then why am I taking them? Just because it's on today? Just I woke up and the board said, yo, this is on, that's on? That's how you do that. That's that junky degenerate shit. And we want to be smarter than that. So
I like that. No pun intended. No pun intended. That's why we are the Smart Degenerates.
I fully intended that pun, okay? That pun, we wanted in there.
That's what it is, man. But hey, well, shoot, guys. Hey, that's our show, man. We are the Degenerates, man. Shout out to Mike G, the G's for Guru. Steez is here.
Mace is here.
Mace is here.
Nancy.
Listen, every Wednesday, 8:30, we are here. Please tune into our Instagram page because, listen, I can't stress this enough. Six Figure went 5 for 5 today. So what that means is if you put 1 point, meaning $100, you made $500. If you put 5 points, which could have been $500, do the math. Your rent would have been paid. So listen, tune into our page, get our picks, start getting these checks.
Yeah, at least get in the DM, get in the chat. If you're just curious to know more about games and gambling, we'll give you some free advice. It doesn't cost me anything to tell you what I think about a game. If you don't like it, take the opposite.
Absolutely.
But be disciplined, track your results, and have a fucking bankroll.
Have a bankroll, man.
Period.
Have a bankroll.
I want to thank Morris Media for hosting us. This always takes good care of us.
Always.
And I want to thank, again, everybody who's been rolling with us since day one. You know, we're going to make it one way or another. It's not always about the gambling. So if you want to talk about other money-making ventures, please let us know.
Absolutely.
You know, we have a big crew with a lot of knowledge. So let's spread the love.
All right, guys. Hey, we are out, man. Good night.